apple pie. I got my pie crust already, from my pie crust that I just did. And yesterday I cut up some old apples, and you can see they're brown, but they're only brown because I cut them up yesterday and put them in the refrigerator overnight. These were like apples that I picked off the trees 2 months ago, and they've been sitting on my porch. They're fine. There's nothing wrong with them. And then I just got some new apples and put with them. That's why these have had oxygen to them and these haven't. That's the only difference. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these apples all here that are going to go into the pie pan. I'm going to put these in the microwave for 2 minutes. Okay, 2 minutes. I'm going to not quite seal them up. Leave it open a little bit so they can vent. 2 minutes on high on the microwave. Okay, 1, 2. While I'm doing that, I'm going to get my sugar and my flour, which is going to, my cinnamon, my flavorings, to go on to my apples. Okay, let's put them in a separate bowl, okay, so you can see it. Okay. Gotta measure. Okay. So on the apple, I never usually measure, so let's try this. Let's try 3/4 cup of sugar, because you don't want it too sweet. So 3/4 cup of sugar. That's it. Okay. Cinnamon. Cinnamon, maybe half a teaspoon. Cinnamon. Nutmeg. I like nutmeg. It makes a nice flavor to it. Half a teaspoon of nutmeg. Okay. And to make the thicken it, you have to have flour. You have to have a little flour in there. So let's go with, this is 1/4 cup. Let's go with 1/4 cup. Okay. Now we mix this all up. Let's add a little more sugar. Another 1/4 cup of sugar. Looks like it needs a little more 1/4 cup of sugar. So that would make a total of 1 cup of sugar. Total 1 cup of sugar. Okay, that looks good. That looks very good for all the apples that we have. Now we have the thickener on there so that it won't be runny over, nasty. And we have the sugar and we have the flavorings in there. Okay, so now the apples will come out of the microwave, and then we'll mix this with this, put it in the pie. There we go. Not enough. 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes. So that was 4 minutes on the apples. Now they're kind of mushy a little bit, but not all mushy, but they're mushy enough. You can pour them in a bowl there, which are nice. Now I add my sugar stuff. Mix that all up. Ooh, that smells delightful. If you use all different kinds of apples, not just one kind, if you use Cortland's, Mac's, McCowan's, Red Delicious, Yellow Delicious, every different kind of apple, when you eat a bite of pie, you'll go, ooh, this one's a little more tender than this one's. Ooh, this one's got a different taste. So that you have a nice different variety of apples in your pie. I'm going to move this out of the way for that. Now I'll bring my pie crust over here in my glass pan. I'm going to dump these apples right in there. They all have that nice coating of the sugar and the flour mixture, which I've dumped in there. So much fun to cook. So much fun to cook. Love it. It's so much fun. And you squish them down, squish them down, squish them down all around. Looks beautiful. Looks beautiful. Bring this over here so you can see that beautiful pie. Okay, get all that off your fingers. That nice stuff. Now that's perfect amount of apples there too. Okay, and you can see they're all different color apples. So there, I just put in a red delicious and a yellow delicious because I found them on the markdown at Market Basket. Now, next part is you have to have a little more liquid. So what I'm going to do is I like to add this apple cider. It just gives it a nice, maybe not even a quarter of a cup. Not even a quarter of a cup. That'll make sure that it's juicy, just in case the apples are dried out. And then we dot it with butter. No. First we're going to add our secret ingredient, maple syrup. Pure 100% maple syrup. Just drizzle it on the top. Ooh, is that good? Then we dot it with butter. You put little pieces of butter on the top here. Go with a dough hook thing. I don't know what you call this thing. Pie dough. Okay, it's still nice and moist, so we can use this. Okay, take this off here. Still nice and cool, too. Okay. Take it out. This is the only time we can touch it. Make a ball with it with our hands. Just to get it going. Put it down there. Flip it over for the flour. Get it all floured up. Love this heavy marble. Got that at Walmart. God, I must have gotten that thing 20 years ago at Walmart. It was like 10 bucks. Best thing I ever bought. The wooden ones are good, but the wooden ones you gotta push down too much. And this keeps it nice and cool and rolls right out nicely. Push, push, push and roll out. Push and roll out. Push and roll out. Push, roll out. Push, roll out. All around, trying to make it as even as possible. When you got enough, that's about the width of 2 pennies. About 2 pennies, nice and big, beautiful. Beautiful? All right. Roll up like this. Bring your pie over here. Put it on top of the pie. Flip it over. Now, you got all this excess, right? So, what we do is we cut off the excess with... Oops, get over this way. There we go. Okay. Cut the excess off. With the excess, you can make raspberry tarts out of it. Around there. A lot of extra dough. All right. That extra dough is going to go good. Something. I'll make something out of it. Now what you do is you take your fingers and you roll it under. You roll the 2 crusts together so nothing can come out. And roll it. And roll it. Now if you wanted a thicker crust, you could have left more of the dough on. I don't particularly like a thick crust. I like a crunchy, flaky, light crust, turning it under so that they come together. Thick piece there. Together. Together. Under together. Together. Burn it as you go it. Together. 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 A little extra, put that back in there. A little thin there, so let's put that extra in there. Put it together, together, together. Nice. Push down. Okay, because otherwise the apples will cook down, the pie crust will go boom, and then you'll have a hollow spot. So you kind of push it down. That's why you cook the apples for a little bit. Put a little slit in the top for the steam to escape, and there's your apple pie. Now, when you bake it, it protects your oven from getting, in case it overflows. Put the pie in the aluminum foil. Bring it up here. You cover the edges. You cover the edges. So the edges don't get burnt. You cook this at 400 degrees. Make sure it's a little slit there. 400 degrees for 50 minutes. And then the last 10 minutes, you uncover it like that for the last 10 minutes. And then you have a perfect pie. The middle is brown, and at the very last minute, the outside will brown. It will not burn. That's it.